A new twist in Malaysia's political drama. The Prime Minister's biggest ally has unanimously withdrawn support for the government. Umno's president says Muhyiddin Yassin has lost the legitimacy to govern after repeatedly insulting the king. As he fights to hold on to power, Mr Muhyiddin has agreed to table the state of emergency in Parliament next month. He says the order isn't completely revoked, as previously claimed. Some lawmakers have slammed the sudden U-turn. They say it's too little, too late. Parliament is shut for 2 weeks after COVID-19 cases were detected in the building. Critics have cried foul, saying it's another ploy by Mr Muhyiddin to dodge a no-confidence vote. Melissa Go joins us live for more on this. Mel, Umno has said it's withdrawn support before. Are things different this time around?
You know, Steve, it's a world of difference now, because before, the Umno president, Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, he seemed to be all alone each time he made a statement withdrawing support from Mr Muhyiddin's government. No Umno minister would openly support him. There are 9 of them in Mr Muhyiddin's cabinet. Well, actually 8 now, since one has just resigned, Samsul Anwar, the Energy and Natural Resources Minister, earlier today, just before Umno president dropped the bombshell. At the news conference earlier, Mr Zahid was seen backed by some 10 MPs, including former Prime Minister Najib Razak. Now, the Supreme Council, which is Umno's highest decision-making body, he said, has unanimously agreed to withdraw support for Mr Muhyiddin and Perikatan Nasional government because the Prime Minister has time and time again, he said, insulted the king, who wanted the emergency ordinances and a declaration be tabled and debated in Parliament, which was not done. Instead, Mr Muhyiddin, he said, has postponed the Parliament yet again till September. Now, let's hear him out.
Sama-sama saya adalah ahli-ahli Parlimen yang telah menandatangani semua surat akuan yang ada ini. Dan terdapat beberapa lagi ahli-ahli Parlimen yang tidak dapat bersama pada hari ini kerana berada di kawasan masing-masing. Saya akan mempersembahkan pengemukaan surat akuan tambahan kepada Baginda Tuanku Agong.
What's likely to happen next then, Mel? Will this news set a no-confidence vote in motion, perhaps?
Well, no appointment from the palace has been given so far. Now, remember, Mr Muhyiddin's administration has said that the sitting in Parliament has to be put on hold due to health safety concerns because new COVID-19 cases have been reported in Parliament. Now, Mr Zahid said all these are just excuse. Mr Muhyiddin has lost the majority and the legitimacy to govern. Now, he has presented the names, he said, to the king to oust him. Now, given Mr Muhyiddin's razor-thin majority, right, any significant shift in support from its largest ally, Umno, would have collapsed the government. Now, it's shocking, the announcement. Umno President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi this evening said has opened up more questions actually than answers. For example, what are the rest 8 of the Umno ministers are going to do? Some are holding key position in the fight against pandemic, including the Deputy Prime Minister Ismail Sabri, Senior Minister and Foreign Minister Hishamuddin Hussein, Minister in charge of the National Immunisation Rollout Khairi Jamaluddin, and Health Minister Adam Baba. Now, will they quit en bloc? It remains to be seen. There are questions that beg to be answered, and the people are anxious. Now, whether that's going to be a vote of no confidence or not, I think a lot depends on what the king is going to do. He can order the parliament to sit to decide who has the majority support of MPs. Now, there are currently 220 MPs in parliament. Although there are 202 seats, right, 2 MPs have passed away. Now, the simple majority is 111. That's a number to look for. But looking at the current political situation, the balance of power in parliament, no one has numbers. Neither Perikatan Nasional nor the opposition Pakatan Harapan coalition has the majority on its own. Of course, under normal circumstances, the mandate can be returned to the people and they can go for fresh polls, although the next election is not due till year 2023. But with a raging pandemic and daily cases still in 5 digits, that option is off the table, at least until 80% of the population has been vaccinated. Now, Mr Muhyiddin, the Prime Minister, believes that it can be done by October latest. Now, Parliament can then dissolve. After that, pave the way for GE year-end. But what's going to happen in between is anyone's guess. Now, analysts saying that the king can appoint an interim prime minister, one that commands majority support of MPs, but that is easier said than done. Now, let's take a listen at one of the opposition leaders. I spoke with Shafi Abdal from Sabah-based party Warisan, agreeing on one single candidate is no mean feat.
Well, I can't spell out. I don't want to spell out who and who. And it's quite. Of course, if you ask me, there's so many of them wanted to become. Ranging from Anwar Ibrahim, Mahathir, Tunku Razali, Najib. Even I heard Najib also wanted to become. I don't know. I heard from so many of them. Even Zahid as well, also quite keen. Umno guys are very keen.
There lies the problem facing the country's politics. Many political observers saying that it's a stalemate that plagued the country, with the opposition disunited and the government seen as failing the people while the pandemic is raging ahead. Steve?
All right, many thanks for that. Minister Goh speaking to us from Kuala Lumpur.